So hey you guys, this is gonna be another birthday video for Kiefer Sutherland. He's one of my favorite Canadian actors. So if you guys that don't know, especially like if you guys don't follow me on any social medias, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Maybe I'll get something his for Christmas too. But I'm gonna be at a Christmas party on his birthday, so why not go over like some of my favorite film of his slash like Wednesday you guys should watch if you could. I'm gonna try to keep this like within probably the 5-minute mark, since I don't know why, but YouTube tends to not let me upload anything for the 5-minute thing. Maybe I've been copywritten so much or whatever. But the first one is called The Babe Boy. It's from 1985. Technically, I think this is his first film, even though it's rumored that this one called Max Dugan Returns was, but he did not have a speaking role, probably even uncredited. But the Babe Boy won, or got him nominated for, I think it was a Genie Award for Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role, which I guess is sort of like what a Golden Globe nominated or like an Oscar thingy was. And it's a really great movie. I think this one or one of the next ones put him on the map. Spoilers, I haven't seen a few things of his, so I'm probably going to skip them. The next one is Stand By Me, which I love. I'm a huge horror fan of Stephen King. I cannot wait for It Part 2. And this one features a young cast, including like Great River Phoenix, Corey Feldman, and Jerry O'Connell. Some people actually who I think could have made up the Leisure Club for the sequel with like James McAvoy and them coming up. Like, you know, if you guys have seen Stand By Me, you guys would probably know what I'm talking about. Also known as Jerry O'Connell as Ben Hanscom, since like he was younger, a fat kid in this one. And come to think of it, actually, like it basically I think have a few little similarities. Like the leader, I think I haven't seen this movie in a while, but I'm pretty sure Richard Dreyfuss or River Phoenix, I think he was the young boy. That character became a writer towards the end, which was Built Edinburgh and It. And also there's a town bully played by Kiefer and a few other people. One of which I believe was in this film that I'm gonna highly mention, Young Guns, in a little bit, but yeah. Then you guys have got one of my favorite Joel Schumacher films, the other one of which I'm going to probably mention in a few minutes or so, called The Lost Boys. It has another reteaming with Corey Feldman and a bunch of young actors. What most people don't know is it's referenced basically to Peter Pan in a way, I guess. Especially, like, I know that they're vampires, but like they never grow up. Get it? Not to mention that's where Robin's Peter Pan's friends were called. I went to go see Robin Hood a couple of days ago. I'll probably do like a short review. I'm trying to think if I did one. A short review of Robin Hood. But yeah. Okay, but so either number 8 on my 1988's Young Guns, which I'm going to highly speak of, is possibly the one that made me love him. My dad used to be a huge fan of Westerns, and I swear to God, I don't even know, okay, cannot believe I'm saying this on YouTube or whatever. I used to have a kind of a crush on Kiefer's dad, Donald Sutherland, who I looked at a review of in July. And I don't know if it was he that made me love him, because I used to love the movie MASH, which is based on that TV series. Or was it Kiefer that made me love Kiefer? But probably Young Guns, and it has an all-star cast, including some of the former Rat Packs, or one of the Rat Pack people, or a band of group of people who was like in a few John Hughes movies, like The Breakfast Club, and I think Sam Almost Better, like Emilio Estevez. There's a young Charlie Sheen, Dermot Mulroney from like 4 Weddings and a Funeral, I believe, and a few other people who you guys will probably know today. And it's just one of those great westerns. I hope it never gets remade, even though he's the first talent who could probably do a true form. Because number 2, the sequel to the Young Guns movie, Blaze of Glory, had a few differences, which I'm actually going to talk about now since I'm talking about Young Guns. So, if you guys read into the storyline behind Young Guns, obviously it's based on a lot of people. Kiefer's character, also known as like the red light guy, obviously, Josiah Gordon, Doc Scurlock, died when he was like in his 80s. But it looks like he was like in his, I think Kiefer was like 24 around this time. But it just totally misplayed that out. Like, they could have probably gotten somebody else or like different actors. Like, his dad probably would have been a great choice for an older version of Doc Scurlock. Like, he and Kiefer look so much alike. If I did not know that they were related, I'd probably been like, like in a film that I'm going to talk about in a few minutes or so. Or there's some other one. They were even in Max Dugan Returns together as father and son, but I don't think you heard Kiefer from what I can understand. Then the same year as Young Guns 2, Blaze of Glory, he teamed up with Joel Schumacher again for this film called Flatliners. Flatliners is about this group of, I think they were college students, and Kiefer is Dr. Nelson Wright. He wants to see like if there's any afterlife, basically, so he and Kevin Bacon, Oliver Platt, and a few other people, Julia Roberts, Kevin Bacon, Stephen Baldwin or Daniel Baldwin, or William Baldwin. I forget which Baldwin brother now. But they decide to like get flatline, see if there is any afterlife. But this feels kind of like scary. But then again, if you were to like read Joel Schumacher's thingy, like before Batman, didn't he do Batman or something? There was obviously Lost Boys, which kind of a little bit scary. Like, you go check out Kiefer Sutherland's Instagram if you guys don't have it. It's the real Kiefer or Kiefer Sutherland on Instagram. And there's like this YouTube, this like just random music playing with a picture of Spot the Difference from when the Lost Boys thingy, and then he comes out as a vampire with a huge lady screaming like ah or something. Hold it. Then you had 1992's A Few Good Men. It's basically him and Jack Nicholson, also of course like Tom Cruise, that help bring this story to life. And if you guys are fans of the show 24, some people actually think that this could be an origin story too. His name is technically Jack in the film, yeah, but it's like Jonathan or Jack rather James Kendrick, which could have been like a code name or an alias type thingy. Plus, if I remember the film correctly, he served in the war, and that with Jack Bauer's person like it's like a canon version or whatever of A Few Good Men, or 24 rather. The following year, from A Few Good Men, you had this film called The Vanishing. It's based on a remake, I think from the 1980s, that was like a Russian thing about Jeff Bridges or whoever was in the original, who is a chemist, I believe, and he makes this gas or some sort of gas that makes you like pass out, and just like long enough, like 15 or 30 minutes or whatever it was. And I think this one actually, or Young Guns, was the one that made me love Kiefer. I think I used to have a crush on Jeff Bridges a while back, but like but yeah, I don't know. And it used to like be on Netflix and stuff too, so I don't know if that's why I remember it. You have also the following year, from the same year as the Vanishing, you have The Three Musketeers, which brings like Tim Curry, Pennywise, For those of you guys It fans, I think it was Jeff Wilcox or something who was like in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Obviously Oliver Platt, Kiefer, a young Chris O'Donnell, and Charlie Sheen as the Three Musketeers, or should we say four? And fun fact, actually, I heard rumors. Well, there's like two, but I'm probably gonna go for one soon. No. But there was rumors, I think in the 1990s, maybe 1989, that Kiefer, that they wanted for the Batman movie, the Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton one, I'm gonna say Michael Caine. But they wanted Kiefer to be a Robin if he was to be in it, but no. Then funny Chris O'Donnell comes in for the Musketeers. Then you have this film called The Cowboy Way. I guess the experience showed you Kiefer's love of cowboys and bull riding, since he used to be a bull rider. Like, took a break in between a few of these things, like A Few Good Men and Musketeers or something, just because like the next film basically was an uncredited cameo, and then The Cowboy Way, and then it teams up with like a future Hunger Games co-star. Kiefer's dad was in the Hunger Games, if you guys did not get the reference, as Hamish in the President Snow is Kiefer's dad, Donald. Then you got this film that abides the justice system called Eye for an Eye. I think it's based on a remake or original content book as well, where Sally Field plays the mother of a young teenage daughter who gets raped and murdered by Kiefer. And the 6-year-old daughter gets a visit from Kiefer's character, kind of, too. And, like, I don't think they had enough evidence or technical error to make Kiefer not stay in jail. And then he goes out and he goes all crazy. He urinates on somebody's lawn. He does yada yada yada. And she gets proof, and the police don't believe in her, I don't think. And then she takes matters and makes it look like self-defense and everything. Then you got Time to Kill. It's based on a Jack Grisham novel. It stars a young all-star cast. Like, this is like before Star Wars, so Samuel L. Jackson in Avengers. By the way, guys, I'm gonna go see The Possession of Hannah Grace. So I'll probably do trailer action for Avengers tomorrow. Maybe I'm in the Captain Marvel one, because I think I deleted that one accidentally when I went to go see Robin Hood. But and it has young Matthew McConaughey, Sandra Bullock, Oliver Platt once again, and a bunch of other people. And this is like the second one as well for Kiefer and his dad, Donald, and it started as, did I mention his name? Kevin Spacey. Where there's this like 10-year-old black girl that's getting raped and almost murdered by Kiefer's brother in the movie. And then Samuel L. Jackson takes it into his own hands right before they can be tried, since like the community is all white, or rather all white. And yeah, and he was nominated for her MTV Movie Award for Best Villain, which he totally deserved. If you guys haven't, highly recommend you guys go check it out. Then again, he should have gotten one for this one that I like watched yesterday, so it's still kind of fresh. It is called Freeway. It's from 1996. And it basically is Little Red Riding Hood, except with an adult twist. Like, this is Reese Witherspoon's probably like one of her first movies. Like, probably like 4 or something years before Legally Blonde. And she plays like this teenager named Vanessa Lentz, whose car breaks down after her family gets taken away to prison, like her mom and stepdad. And let's just say Kiefer is this guy named Bob Wolverton. He does a bunch of stuff inappropriately. He's a serial killer as well, and nobody really believes him. Like, he first gets off with it until they find proof, and he even dresses up as like a grandma towards the end. I'm trying to think of next. So back like in I think 1800s or something, there was this thing called the Beat Movement. I think it was for like different ethnicities of writers to write books and everything, or playwrights or whatever. And he plays this guy named William S. Burroughs, who was, I think, one of the founders behind the Beat Movement, which I'm sure was awesome. I might as well have just like said that. I'm not gonna like mention Phone Booth. That's another one where he got nominated for the MTV Movie Award for Best Villain, and I think that's also a reteaming of Joel Schumacher. I've never even seen like the rest, and I'm gonna mention. So I'm gonna mention this one called Forsaken, and then I'm basically done. Oh wait, no. So there's this movie, it's called Forsaken. It's from 2016, and it's basically one of the greatest modern westerns ever. It's about Kiefer's character going from like a western war, possibly, because it wasn't mentioned exactly, I don't think, of like which war it was. And then he goes back home to find that one of his family members is dead, his mom, and that his dad, who's a religious priest, doesn't like him anymore, and he tries to like make it up, and it's just one of those really great westerns. So now I'm gonna skip to the TV shows. From 2001 to 2010, then back in 2014, there was this guy named Jack Bauer. He's like one of the best cops ever. He was like a modern day version of MacGyver, who made stuff out of normal objects. He was in it for 192 episodes, and he was in all of them, I believe, and I think part-time executive producer for like half the season, then full. He even does that for the show that I'm currently watching called Designated Survivor. He won a few Emmys for like Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Dramatic Series, Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Series, Drama Series, Golden Globe Award for Best Actor, Television Series Drama, Screen Actors Guild, Satellite Award, Golden Nymph Award, nominated for Golden Globe, Primetime Emmy Award, and the list goes on. It's a really great show. I highly recommend it, actually, if you guys wanted to watch it, because I never like watched it up until this point, and then one of my friends, she like said to watch it. There's also a short thing called 24 Redemption, which I think takes place during a certain season. I never watched that. Touch was also really good. It's about this, I think it was 11-year-old kid who I think is on like the show Gotham as the younger Bruce Wayne, David something, and he does not speak, but he can like predict the tsunami. He can predict everything. Then 24 Live Another Day. I'm going to mention this thing called Designated Survivor. 43 episodes so far, and it's going on season 3, probably soon for Netflix. Executive producer, nominated for People's Choice Award for favorite actor in a new TV series, and I really love this film, this TV show. It goes far into the presidency, because most people, I'm sure, don't know about what it is, but from what I can tell, it's about a certain politic, like if the president were to die, or like any of the cabinet members were to die, then next in line is the Designated Survivor, which happens to be Kiefer's character. And I can like wait for season 3. I'm still not halfway on to season 2, but I'll probably do like a review of the show as soon as I'm done season 2, just to be anticipated for season 3.